Alright, we've been doing a lot of chair yoga here so far. Let's switch up the gears and let's do a little chair Tai Chi. So we change to horse stance, seated horse stance, but same rules apply. Solid on our sit bones, setting up our legs, knees to our hip distance apart, knees over our ankles, feet flat on the floor. Crown of the head reaching up for the ceiling, so that the shoulders relax back and down, finding that neutral spine, but now keeping awake eyes. Taking in everything around us. Bringing ourselves fully into the present moment. So we breathe in, filling up the belly first, and then slowly up into the chest. And as we exhale, slowly emptying out from the top all the way back deep down. Finding that deep, complete, slow breath. Setting aside our plans, our concerns, our worries. Focusing in on bringing ourselves fully into our space, into our body, into our class. And beginning with a simple arm lift, relaxing our arms at our sides, keeping the shoulders relaxed back and down, maintaining that neutral spine. So we breathe in, wrists lead our motion, arms floating up. And as we exhale, wrists leading our motion, slowly bringing our arms back down to our sides. Breathing in, arms floating up. Exhale, arms slowly returning to the sides. And adding to that motion, breathing in, arms floating up. So we breathe out, turning the palms to faces as they gently push toward the chest and we pull our head back. Breathing in, palms turning forward, arms pushing forward as head comes to neutral. Breathing out, arms coming down to the sides, chin coming down toward our chest. Breathing in, bringing our head up to neutral as the arms float up. Exhale, gently pushing and pulling back. Breathing in, pushing forward. Exhale, arms to the sides. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. And out. Let's do one more of those. And bring our head up to neutral, bending our right elbow and turning our right palm to face us. Breathing in, so we breathe out. Right hand moves right as our gaze follows the right fingertips right, gently twisting the neck right. Breathing in, hand comes back to center, bringing our head back to center. Left hand comes up for the palms to pass. So we exhale, gaze now following the left hand left as our head gently turns left. Breathing in, bringing head and hand back to center, passing palms. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Passing palms. Exhale, left. Bringing our head back to center, relaxing our left arm at our sides. Bringing our focus down to our shoulders. Breathing in, bringing our shoulders forward and then up. Exhaling the shoulders back and then down. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back, down. One more that way. Then changing the direction, breathing in, shoulders going back. Up, exhale, forward, down. Inhale, back, up, exhale, forward, down. One more of those. Bathing in the light arms, rotating within our shoulders to turn our palms up. Arms coming out and up, keeping shoulders relaxed back and down. Lots of elbow bend. Hands come just to the top of the head, facing down. As we exhale, we're going to follow the center line of our body down. Slowly returning our arms back to our sides. Breathing in, rotating the shoulders back, opening up. Coming around. Exhale, following that center line of the body, back down. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. And out. And finding our Tai Chi ball. Bring our right hand up at heart level. Left hand just under the belly button. Relaxing the hands so they curve just like we're holding a ball, and making sure that the hands aren't too tight to ourselves either. So if we actually held a ball in our hand, we would have the space for it. Breathing in. As we breathe out, our palms are going to pass. We're going to flip that left one up. Palms push in opposite directions as we gently lengthen the spine and the left side. Nice and tall. Breathing in. Flipping both palms. Returning to our ball now with left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. Exhale, palms pass. Right one flips up. Push. Lengthening that spine in the right side. Breathing in. Relaxing. Flipping both palms. Returning to our ball. Exhale, pass. Flip to left. Push and lengthen. Breathe in. Slowly return to the ball. Exhale, pass the palms. Flip the right one up. Push. Lengthen. Breathe in. Slowly return. Let's do one more round. Bring the motion to the hips, turning the hips gently on our chair to move our ball. So turning our hips to the right to bring that ball over the right thigh. And slowly turning the hips to face forward so our ball comes back to center. Turning, sliding the hips toward the left. Turning the hips back forward, ball to center. Turning right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turning the hips left. Inhale, center. 2. One more. Relaxing our arms at our sides, breathing in. So we breathe out, lifting the right knee up a little. Breathe in, bringing the foot back down. Exhale, lifting the left knee up a little. Breathe in, bring our foot back down. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more like that. Bending our elbows, making gentle fists, breathing in. So we breathe out. Right fist gently punches forward, so left leg kicks forward. Breathe in, bending our elbow and our knee, returning back to our start position. Breathing out, left fist gently punches forward as our right leg kicks forward. Breathe in, bending the knee, the elbow, returning to start. Exhale, right fist, left leg. Inhale, slowly back. Exhale, left fist, right leg. Inhale, slowly back. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. our hands relax. Breathing in, lifting our right foot up, tapping our heel to the floor. So we breathe out, flexing the foot and tapping the toe down. Breathe in, heel down. Breathe out, toes down. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring our right foot back to flat. Breathing in, lifting the left, tapping the heel down. Breathe out, toes down. Breathe in, heel down. Breathe out, toes down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring our left foot back to flat. Breathing in, lifting our right foot up, rotating within the hip, flexing the ankle to bring the big toe side of our foot down. So we breathe out, switching, rotating the hip out, pinky toe side of the foot comes down. Breathe in, big toe side down. Breathe out, pinky toe side down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring our right foot back to flat. Breathing in, lifting the left one up, big toe side of the foot taps down. Breathe out, switch, pinky toe side. Breathe in, big toe side. Breathe out, pinky toe side. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring our left foot back to flat. Moving into our basic moves. First is that horse stance, which we've already done, but making sure that we're still in it. Sitting tall, solid, everything lined up. Then our next basic move is called heavy arms. Helping to relax the arms, shoulders back and down, fluid flowing through the lymph under the arms. So it's as if we had strings attached to our wrists and our arms were being lifted up by some outside force. And then all of a sudden those strings get cut and our arms get let go. If we're a puppet, we have no control over them. They just slowly pendulum back to our sides. Let's do that one more time. Being lifted up by our wrists. And then all of a sudden that force lets go. Moving on to riding our horse, breathing in as we hinge forward at our hips and feel weight shift to our feet. And then breathing out as we sit back up and feel weight return back to our sit bones. Breathing in as we hinge forward at our hips and shift weight back down into the feet. Breathing out, bring ourselves back up to sitting tall. 4, 3, 2, 1 more time. Moving on to crane takes flight, we add our arms. So now our arms are floating up, led by the wrists, in a V rather than forward. So as we hinge forward at our hips, the wrists lead the arms up, that V. And as we exhale, we're sitting back up tall, arms returning to our sides, weight comes back to the sit bones. Breathing in, hinging forward, weight to the feet, arms floating up. Exhale, arms back to our sides, sitting tall, weight to the sit bones. 2, 1. Moving on to bare roots on one leg, or in this case one sit bone. So shifting our weight from one to the other, shifting our weight onto the right sit bone, letting our right leg or left foot do whatever it's going to do in response, keeping that spine nice and tall and neutral. Shifting weight back to the center, so we're even on both sit bones, and then shifting our weight onto the left one. Bringing the weight back to 50-50 on both sit bones, shifting over onto the right sit bone. Coming back to 50-50, shifting over to our left sit bone. Slowly shifting back and forth a few more times. Coming back to 50-50, moving to stable and open. So shifting our weight to the left sit bone, floating the right toes up, and then turning our hips on our chair. So the whole hip complex turning right, which causes that right knee and right toes to come out toward the right side a little bit. Turning our hips back forward, toes come down, weight evens out on both sit bones. Shift right, float the left toes. Turn the hips left, turn the hips back forward, toes come down, weight evens out. Shift left, float the right toes, turn the hips right. Turn the hips forward, toes down, even out. Shift right, float the left toes, turn the hips left. Turn the hips forward, toes down, even out. Shift left, float the right, turn the hips right. Turn the hips forward, toes down, even out. Shift right, float the left toes, turn the hips left. Turn them back forward, toes down, even out. Let's do a couple more times. Just the lower body, moving for stable and open. Moving on to holding our moons. Sitting tall, bending at the elbows, hands coming to point at each other. Fingers and thumbs pointing at each other. So we're holding a smaller ball now. Elbows are lifted up from the sides, but not so high that your shoulders engage. Shoulders are stay relaxed back and down. Sitting tall, awake eyes, checking in with our breath. Nice, deep, complete breath. Gathering our stars. So we're going to add that stable and open motion back in and motion within the arms as we open up. So this is our stable position, our center position. We're going to shift left, float the right toes, and as our hips turn right, we're going to rotate the shoulders back, which causes our hands to open up or gather our stars. And then turning our hips back forward, we rotate the shoulders forward, toes come down, weight evens out, finding ourselves back holding our moon. Shifting right, floating the left toes, turning the hips left as our shoulders rotate back. Slowly rotating the shoulders forward as our hips turn forward, toes come down, evening out, back to holding our moons. Shift left, float the right toes. Open the body up to the right. Slowly return the body back to that stable position. Shifting right, floating the left toes, opening the body up to the left. Slowly bringing ourselves back to center. Let's do a couple more rounds of gathering the stars. One more, opening up to the right. ourselves back to center, letting those arms relax. Tai Chi stance, shifting our weight left, floating the right toes. We do our stable and open right, but now we're going to keep our foot in that position, stepping it back a little closer to the front right leg of our chair. Okay, then turning our hips back to face front. We're going to shift weight to the right sit bone, lift the left foot, and step it forward, maybe out a little bit. So if we peek down, what we want to see is that the right toes of the ball of that right foot are basically right lined up with the heel of that left foot. So it's not quite a full step forward. And the other thing we want to see is that we're maintaining width in our feet. So we're going to test that out. We add the riding the horse motion in. So breathing in, shifting weight to our feet, and see how that feels. And then as we breathe out, we're going to sit back up tall. So depending on how many times you've done this, it might feel weird if it's still very new to you. If you've done this for a while, when you hinge forward, if you feel like things aren't quite right in place yet, sit back up tall, do a slight adjustment to the feet, and then try that riding the horse motion again. And see if it's not better. So then let's begin to flow again. Breathing in, hinging forward, weight to the feet. Breathing out, returning weight back up to our sit bones as we sit tall. Breathing in and out. So bear moves with crane arms. We go to that original arm lift as we hinge forward. And then wrist lead our arms back to our sides as we come back up to sit tall. Breathing in and out. Let's do a few more like that. So this puts us in the perfect position to get up out of our chair. So if you're up for it, you can hinge, activate, push, and lift a little, and slowly come back and sit tall. Otherwise, stick with that original motion. Just activate things, shift the weight, and relax. Two. One more. So undoing our legs, returning back to that seated horse stance, we move to the other side. Shifting our weight to our right sit bone, floating the left toes, turning the hips left to angle the knee and toes out, then stepping that left foot back a little closer to the front left leg of our chair. Turning our hips back to face front, we shift our weight into the left sit bone so we can lift our right foot, stepping it forward, maybe out a little bit into Tai Chi stance on the other side. So again, peeking down, kind of checking to see if we've got that general alignment of things, and then checking in with it. It may feel different on each side. We might have to have a slightly different placement on each side. That's very normal. So sitting tall, hinge forward, shift weight into the feet, and then sitting up tall, weight comes back to the sit bones. So then riding the horse motion, checking in with how our feet are weighted, and if things are feeling good. If they're not, making that adjustment when we sit back up tall and trying again. Okay, beginning to flow. Breathing in as we hinge forward, weight to the feet. Breathing out as we sit back up tall. Adding our arms. Breathing in, arms floating up. Exhale, sitting tall, arms to the sides. Breathing in, arms floating up. Exhale, arms back to the sides. An option to work a little harder and add that lift. One more time. Coming back to our horse stance, undoing things, getting things lined up. sitting up nice and tall. So let's jump forward to part 3 today. So those preparations for the kick sequence in the middle. Okay, high step. So the difference between our bare rooting and our high step is we've got an active lift going on. So we're shifting weight to a sit bone, and that's the knee that we lift up. So shifting onto our right sit bone as we lift the right knee as if we were going to step up the stairs. Okay, breathing in, bringing that foot back down, evening weight back out on both sit bones. Lifting the left knee as we bring our weight onto the left sit bone to help us stay sitting up nice and tall. And slowly bringing it back down, evening out. Lifting the right. And the left. As we push our right sit bone into the chair, lift the right knee, push that left foot a little into the floor. Help counteract. Coming back down. Evening out, lifting the left, pushing that right foot into the floor a little bit will help. Coming back down, evening out. Let's do 2 more, just the legs. And turning that into flying crane by adding our arms. So now our arms are coming out to the sides. Again, wrists are leading, shoulders stay relaxed back and down. Difference is at the top, the fingertips and thumb tips meet to create little beaks or heads for our birds. Okay, on the way back down, paintbrush-like hands, arms are turning to the sides. So as our right knee's lifting, we're pushing that right sit bone into the chair, arms are floating up, creating those beaks at the top. And then slowly bring our foot back down as our arms come down. Weight evens out on both sit bones. Lifting the left knee, coming to balance on that left sit bone as arms float up. And slowly returning back to our original position. Right. Left. Right. Left. So a couple more on each side. Keeping it slow. Keeping the mind focused in. Noticing how our weight's distributed. Keeping our balance. Alright, moving on to our toe kick. So now we're going to turn our hips out slightly, so we rotate out and create just a gentle V with the feet. And for toe kick, we're going to follow that V with our legs. The weight shift is the same, and we're doing the same thing with our sit bones and our feet. But the motion the leg changes makes it a little harder to stay upright. Breathing in, so we breathe out. Let's push that right sit bone into the chair and gently kick that right foot out. And slowly bring it back, even out, feet in the V. Shifting weight onto the left sit bone as we kick that left leg gently out, push the right foot into the floor. Slowly come back, even out. Kicking out to the right as we bring weight to the right sit bone more. Slowly coming back. Kicking the left leg out as we bring the weight back to the left sit bone. Slowly coming back to center. 3. 2. 1 more. Just the toe kick. And turning that into our dancing crane by adding our holding the moon, gathering the stars motion in the arms. So exact same thing, finding that moon first, shoulders relaxed back and down, elbows gently lifted away from the sides. So now as we kick the right leg out, we're going to rotate the shoulders back and open the hands up. And then slowly coming back to center evening out. Taking the left foot out as we rotate the shoulders back, rotating our shoulders forward, returning to even weight. One. Alright, straightening everything out, returning to our horse stance. Let's do a little Qigong, close things out, calm things down. So remembering that Qigong doesn't have quite as strict a rules as Tai Chi. We don't have to keep the spine neutral, we don't have to keep the shoulders in the same position like we do with our Tai Chi. But at the same time, staying well within your range of motion. So maybe only going maybe 70% range of motion, keeping it slow, and in fact, trying to make every repetition a little bit slower than the one you did previous to help that breath really deepen, slow, and be calm. So as we breathe in, we start with that simple lift we started out with at the beginning. Breathing in, wrist lead, arms floating up. As we exhale, wrist lead our arms slowly back to our sides. Breathing in, arms floating up. Exhale, returning to our sides. Moving on to opening up the heart. Breathing in, arms floating up. So we exhale now, palms turn to face each other and our arms slowly open up. Breathing in, returning our arms to about parallel. Breathing out, arms back down to the sides. Breathing in, arms floating up. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, return to about parallel. Exhale, arms to the sides. Painting our rainbows. Breathing in, arms come up overhead. So we exhale, our right arm drops down, so our spine gently bends toward the right. We let that left hand just curl up over top. Breathing in, slowly bringing ourselves back up to center. So we exhale, left arm drops down, spine gently bends left, right hand curls up over top. Breathing in, back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left. Breathing in, coming up. As we exhale, reaching our arms out and around, hinging forward at our hips. And then scooping our left forearm up with our right. As we breathe in, we're going to guide that left forearm back up overhead. Exhale, sweeping our arms out and down as we hinge forward at our hips. This time, let's let the left forearm, as we breathe in, guide the right forearm back up overhead. Exhale, hinging, scooping the left forearm up with the right. Breathing in, right forearm guiding the left one back up overhead. Exhale, hinging forward at our hips. Left forearm scooping up the right. Breathing in, left forearm guiding that right one back up overhead. Exhale. Right arm guiding up as we breathe in. Exhale, back to the left. Exhaling our arms to our sides, returning to our bathing in the light arms. Breathing in, shoulders rotating back as the palms turn up, reach out and up. As we exhale, palms facing down, following the center line of our body. Hands slowly coming back to our sides. Breathing in, opening up, collecting up whatever else we need yet for our day. As we exhale, bringing it through those three main power centers of the body. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. And out. This time, breathing in, bringing our arms out and around. Now as we exhale, bring our palms to meet in front of our face. Drawing down to heart center. Breathing in. Out. Thank you all for practicing with me today.